That Harry Potter movie, the Harry Potter movie explains exactly how to get rid of sleep paralysis. A lot of people don't realize a lot of these movies categorized as sci-fi and fantasy. They have a whole lot of esoteric truths to them. We just look at them as something made up, right? Something make-believe, sci-fi, fantasy. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. It's the third Harry Potter movie. There's a guy named Sirius Black. He breaks out of prison. This is very important to know. Harry is filled with fear because there's this man that supposedly killed his parents' best friend, and now he's out looking to kill Harry.
What do you know about Sirius Black, Harry?
Only that he's escaped from Azkaban.
Do you know why? To find you.
And kill me.
Fast forward to where Harry gets onto the train and he's headed back to Hogwarts for his third year. The train stops, it gets cold, and a being called a Dementor comes onto the train and it sucks energy from him. This is the crazy part. When I had sleep paralysis and I saw the being, it looked exactly like a Dementor. There's a lot of esoteric truths in these movies. Harry is extremely fearful of the Dementors. He doesn't want to keep getting attacked or stay in fear of the Dementors. So his teacher, Professor Lupin, the guy that got up and did a spell to get rid of the Dementor, Harry asked him if he can teach him how to stop these Dementor attacks like he did on the train. So the spell that Professor Lupin teaches Harry Potter to ward off these Dementors is called Expecto Patronum.
Now the spell I'm going to try to teach you is called the Patronus Charm. Patronus is a kind of positive force, and for the wizard who can conjure one, it works something like a shield. Then speak the incantation Expecto Patronum.
Professor Lupin tells Harry to cast this spell. He has to say the charm, Expecto Patronum, and while he's saying this charm, this is the key. In his head, he has to think of the most happy moment he's ever experienced in his life.
But in order for it to work, you need to think of a memory. Not just any memory, a very happy memory, a very powerful memory.
Expecto Patronum!
And it's this happiness and the light that pushes the Dementor away. There was a time in my life, the most fearful time. I was going through a lot of stress. There was a lot of negative energy. Harry was in fear for his life because Sirius Black had got out of prison and he thought Sirius Black wanted to go kill him. Come nighttime, I'll be asleep, and then I would feel a deep, deep sense of negative energy. The best way to explain it is, you know how if you get some bad news, it hits your body and you could really feel it? And it would also be a little chilly. I would get the chills. It would feel cold. I'll doze back to sleep for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then I'll wake up and I'm stuck in sleep paralysis. You wake up and you want to move your arms, you want to move your legs, you want to speak. You're not able to do any of that. You're stuck. So I would wake up and I would open my eyes and the Dementor is floating over me, sucking energy from my chest area. It's sucking energy and I could see it. It's wavy, clear energy, just like they did on the Harry Potter movie. And this would happen every single night. I couldn't stop it. I would just have to wait till it's done and I'm able to move again. And then I would feel super, super drained. Then the next day, the same exact thing would happen. It would happen every night. It got to a point where I was scared to go to sleep because I knew once I closed my eyes and once I got into a deep sleep, I'm gonna be woken up by one of these Dementor looking beings with sleep paralysis. It would happen every single night. How many times does it have to happen until I stop being fearful? Happened a bunch of times. This is like over a span of a month and a half. And when I say every night, I mean every single night. There wasn't one night that went by that this didn't happen. So eventually I get tired of it and the fear turns into anger. anger and I just wanted to stop, but I had tried everything to make it stop. You know, the movies where they put the baking soda and the salt around the edge of the door, around their bed and stuff, and it's supposed to keep the negative entities away. It did not work. The salt didn't do anything. I tried putting water under my bed. I tried calling out for God, calling out for Jesus. That didn't work. None of it worked. What worked was I had to lay there. When I got sleep paralysis and I'm able to see this Dementor, the being floating above me, I had to make myself laugh. I had to be looking at this being and make myself laugh. And as soon as I made myself laugh, or I thought of a extremely happy moment, and my body got filled with that energy and it wasn't filled with fear, it stopped and I was able to move again. So Professor Lupin telling Harry that he has to think of a happy moment, that's the key. If you're thinking of a happy moment and you're in a positive vibe, these negative entities cannot touch you. If you have a baby anywhere near you, negative entities cannot come anywhere near babies. Why? Because the baby's light, their aura is shining so bright. We all have auras, and our aura is what keeps the negative entities away. They don't want to be in the light. This is why negative entities like nighttime and they like dark. We have a sun inside of us. This is why we have hot air when we breathe. We literally have an aura that gives off light. You're not able to see it regularly with these eyes, but for the people that did the exercise where you looked into the flame and you were able to see the floating orb with your third eye, that's how you see auras.